You are getting ready to listen to the voice of Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian, four-time national judo champion, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, author, speaker, and coach.
What's going on? This is Dr. Ferguson. Just getting the workout in this morning. And I wanted to give you a piece of advice because I know some people who are watching the Olympics. You got some parents, you got kids, you got people who are Olympic hopefuls, or just want to actually do something phenomenal and actually do something great. And good morning, Ransom. And I remember when I was at the Olympic Training Center. Good morning, Brother Danny. I remember when I was at the Olympic Training Center, and there was a guy by the name of Mark Fretta. Mark Fretta is I'll do these other 10 minutes, because if I talk and I'm not 28 no more. If I talk and do this cardio, I'm going to pass out. I ain't tough. I'm smart now. So, Mark Fretta, and I don't want to miss into this story because it's very rich. I watched Mark Fretta. He used to train with Hunter Kemper, triathlete. I watched Mark do 26 miles on the treadmill in the morning at the Olympic Training Center. Now, unlike some other people at the Olympic Training Center, I used to go work out in the morning, and then I used to sit down and watch people work out because the stories in that place are amazing. I used to sit down and watch Apollo work out. I sat down and watch Hunter Kemper work out. I watched people like Kara Heads work out. I used to go into the gymnastics place and watch Denaro Jones work out and Jason Gaston work out. And you want to sit down and watch these people because everybody has a little something that you don't have that you need to get, and you need to understand how to get that thing. That's in life and in sport, okay? I watched Mark Fretta work, and I asked Mark, I said, well, what do you do when your legs are hurting and they're burning like that when you're doing the workout or you're doing your triathlon? He said, what I do is I gather up, he said, I do a scan of my body when I'm running, and I gather up all the pain in my body, and I gather it up. He said, and I gather it up all the way to the top of my head. He said, I gather it all the way to the top of my head. And he says, when I'm running, I just grab it and throw it off and keep running. He said, I do a scan, and I gather all the pain in my body, and I put it all the way to the top of my head, and let me tell you what I did in 2000. When I missed making the Olympic team in 2000, I went to the Olympics and I watched. And I remember I cried, buddy. I cried when I was at the Olympics. I was hurting. I did a similar thing. I took all those emotions that I was having, and I created a space in my mind, a compartment in my mind. We call it compartmentalization on the psychological side. But I created a compartment in my mind, and this is me, I created a bottle of lotion. And I took all those emotions, and I put it in that bottle in my mind, in that bottle of lotion. Some salve, okay, from my people from down south. My man, Deacon Ransom Miller, understand what I mean when I say that salve. So I put that salve in there in my mind. And when I was working out, and when I was training, when I was running, when I was lifting, when I was at judo practice, and when I had my knee injury, what I did is I took that lotion in my mind, and I poured a little out in my mind, and I rubbed it on my body. And what I found out was the pain from that experience of not going to the Olympics superseded the pain that I was feeling at the time. And I told myself, I don't want to feel that again, because that little piece of pain that I rubbed on myself was the pain that was going all over my body at that time. So I had that as a reminder. Some people use in psychology, they use rubber bands and stuff like that. But I had to create that thing because there's times in life where you don't have a rubber band. You're in a 5-minute match going in the golden score, and you're hurting. And you didn't. Like at the Olympic trials, I pulled my groin muscle in the match before my last match. Had to go in the bathroom. I was with Lord Irvin at the time. We walked to the back, and Lord said, I walked to the back. I said, come here, come here, come here. We went in the bathroom. I said, lock the door. He locked the bathroom door, and I fell out on the floor. He said, what happened? I said, man, I pulled my groin in the match. He said, well, what do you need? I said, I need you to go find me an ace bandage, a wrap. So he unlocked the door, runs, get the ace bandage, runs back, locked the door, wrapped the ace bandage around my leg to the point where I damn near can't feel the blood going into my foot. I stayed back there until I hit him looking for me in the other room. I stand up, no limp, unlock the door, and walk out to the mat. Because when I took that bottle of pain in my mind and I rubbed it on myself, it felt worse than the groin injury. And I did not want to go through that again. What you have to do is you have to find a thing and you have to compartmentalize it and you have to hold it so that you never feel like that again. There are situations that we've had where people have been broke, people who have gone through divorce, people who have gone through bankruptcy, people who have missed car payments, people who have their car repossessed, people who have lost children, people who have lost loved ones. There are certain things in life, man, that you go through that you don't ever want to go through again. Some of those things you don't have any control over. But you still want to compartmentalize those things because sometimes you can do a comparison. You can be like, you know what, this is bad, but this ain't as bad as that. So I'm still blessed because this ain't as bad as that. And the things that you do have control over, what you say is, you know what, I don't want to feel like that again, so I'm going to do the work necessary so I don't feel like that. And with that being said, as much as you believe and as much as you want things to happen, the good book and the word says that faith without works is dead. So as you go forth today, go forth, my dear friends, and do the work. God loves you, and so do I.